Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about who's manifesting you. We're going to find out who's been thinking about you, who's consciously or unconsciously manifesting you, if there's somebody that you suspect is too much in your energy circle, why are they thinking about you so much, why do they want you around, whatever spirit gives us. So we have 4 piles from the left to right. The first pile is Prehnite Palmstone. The second pile is Fluorite. The third pile is Labradorite. And the fourth pile is Green Aventurine. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most. Now I'm gonna begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the Prehnite Palmstone, this is going to be your reading. So the first card that we have is of Garuda Suparna. This is 42, reduces to 6. 6 is a number of balance. I am picking up that, this card really symbolizes a higher self and a counterpart energy. So it almost gives me that this could be someone that you feel spiritually entangled with, spiritually connected with, someone that you feel like you can't really let go of. You want to get rid of them, is what I am hearing, but you don't really feel like you are capable of it because there's a lingering contract. Doesn't I would say lingering is a poor choice of words. I would say there's an ongoing contract. It's not um, terminating because, of course, it's the purpose is not come to a conclusion. It's still undone with, and there's a lot more that there is for you to solve or heal or go through. I think that you may perceive that there's still a painful part of it left, but what I'm hearing from spirit is it's not just the residual. I'm not going to diminish its value, but I think that you have crossed the main part of it. You've kind of solved the main crux of it. It's almost like that is there, but there's still something lingering. That's what I'm really feeling over here. So let's see more about who is manifesting you. We have the Four of Wands. Ace of Swords. So I'm really feeling that this is spot on. This is someone that you feel a spiritual tie to. That's the word I'm feeling. The Eight of Cups in reverse, definitely, because you want to move on, but you're not able to. And I wouldn't say it's the same for this person. This person would actually want you back with the world in reverse because this person believes that you guys can still make something of this. They don't relatively want to let go of this. In comparison to you, I think that this person is still holding on to it quite tightly. um And I feel like this is something that you may or may not like. There's just this energy that I feel on your end where you're kind of like, I want to be done with this. You've given this relationship a fair share of chances, is what I'm hearing. So you're kind of like, okay, you know what? I think I should start trying to move on, or you've already been trying to do that because there's something about this person that your higher self has highlighted to you that this person is not good for me. That's what I'm mainly picking over here. So you are trying your level best, or you're almost in this process where a majority, like a good part of you, has left them behind. Like the unhealed part of you, let's put it in those words, is something that doesn't resonate with them anymore. You don't want to be a part of their life. There's, there's still a part of you that misses them, or whatever it is in correlation with, along those lines of missing someone in just the happy times, or a tiny bit part of you that is still craving this person's validation. But I feel like a lot of it is based off the fact that you were with this person because you wanted them to validate this, that you are worthy of love. That's how I feel, that you have outgrown them in some shape or form. Because at that point you were fragile, you were immature in that part, or you were naive at, understanding or just discerning whether this person is worthy of what you're giving them, especially your heart. And I think that this person could have butchered it. That's the word that I'm getting. If not to that extremity, this is just someone that didn't value it. This is just someone that at that point they were also immature, and this person was not capable enough of taking care of you because they weren't giving that to themselves. So I see that this person really, does want to come back. I have two pre-shuffled cards. One of them is DK. It's almost like this person is holding on to the ashes of this relationship. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like, they're trying to hold on to whatever they have of you. Now in that terminology, or with that concept, we can also see that sometimes we humans really miss a bond because we feel like we were really happy back then, or whatever they were relating with as happiness. So your person could be someone that, I hate to say this, but has pretty low standards for themselves and happiness and love overall. So I think that they're holding on to whatever. You may think that that's absurd, but for them, that was a lot. That was a lot of affection. They were simply receiving from another person. So for them, that was good enough in some shape or form. Or I would say it was, the ceiling limit of what they think that they could receive in their life, right? So for them, it was quite a lot. And we can understand that, maybe this person doesn't grow at capacity or the rhythm at the speed at which you do. So there's nothing wrong with that because everybody has their own timing. But I see that whoever this person is, I'm hearing 6 months back. 6 months could be prominent over here. There was communication, or you were involved with this person, or this lasted for 6 months. It could be n number of things, right? For a few of you, I'm also hearing that your birthday was 6 months back. So something along those lines. Or your birthday could be in June. That's also what I'm picking up. So I see that, this person is manifesting you because you gave them the best of what they've ever received. So it's kind of sad because it would also mean that they have not received a lot from their parents, right? So in some shape or form, I feel like you have outgrown them. And it's not that I'm feeling that this person is not moved on in life at all. It just means that they can't find anybody else that compares to you. They could have left you for somebody else, or thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Or I really feel that pile number one, this was, for a majority of you, this was a situationship kind of a dynamic. I don't feel that commitment was there, but I wouldn't deny the fact that there was something that was quite concrete, or you guys were very involved with each other. It's almost like maybe the label wasn't put there, but this felt like a committed relationship to the both of you. That's what I'm really picking up, okay? So I'm feeling from spirit to ask what or how do they feel for you now. So we have the Chariot, in reverse, this is the Cancerian energy. This person has a very strong mother wound that they're reflecting on you, or I would rather say projecting on you. Okay. Oh, this deck, I was holding it upside down, so I'm gonna reshuffle that. But I just saw the Devil and the Seven of Swords. I also feel like this person is hiding how much they feel bad about the fact that this person has a lot of passion, but I think that their heart is blocked off in a manner they don't know how to access uh intimacy or gain intimacy without sexual acts. That is what this person does. They channel their need for intimacy through sexual acts. So again, I feel like this person doesn't know how to open back their heart without, it's like kind of looking for a shortcut, right, to feel intimacy, because that is a need for every human over here, right? So it's almost like they are operating from their lower chakras. They might be coming in your dreams, or they might be, I also feel like sometimes, sexually pleasuring themselves to the thought of you, and that could bring a gush of energy towards you, making you feel like you're also attracted to them, or you're missing the nasty deed or something like that. I'm just kidding. But it's almost in this sense where if you're especially psychic and you feel like you can pick up on emotions, or you're a reader, I would simplify it that it's almost like, yeah, especially if you're psychic, you might be feeling like that's what you're feeling, or just an empath kind of a thing where you're like absorbing this person's emotions, you're picking up on that, and you might be what's that word, adopting those feelings as yours when you're actually not feeling that. So it's kind of like an anchor. And I think that a good part of it would also be teaching you right now how to set boundaries with people that are still in love with you, or just they've kind of like this will probably sound very Freudian, but it's kind of like this person has put you as a placeholder for that parental figure. And for majority of you, I am presuming that this is a man who is not realizing that they are looking for your love because their mother figure didn't love them. And if you're watching for a woman, vice versa, so that's for a father figure. But I feel like because the Chariot is in reverse, this is the shadow attribute, which really tells me this person is actually wanting a relationship because they like the way you love them, not exactly because of what they can do for you, but they like what you can do for them. And it's not in a twisted Machiavellian vibe where they just want to go out of their way and just have you for themselves. It's just sheer need for a human being to be loved, and what you were doing them, the compassion you were showing them, was good enough to get them hooked on to you. That's what I would, it's very simple. There's nothing ill intentioned over here. It's just a lonely inner child craving for its parents, struggling to heal itself. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is, your person's struggle to fix themselves. This is completely their own spiritual journey and path. But if we do begin to disintegrate the situation, you're kind of like a placeholder, or the person that they want to be validated by, um, the placeholder for their parents, I would say that. And if this has happened to you as well, where you were craving their validation, they were also a placeholder for your father figure. So I don't know why do I feel the need to keep telling you that don't judge this person, because you've been in the same place, or you can be in the same place in the future. But it's kind of like they say that trauma makes us create defenses around us, but healing teaches us how to open our heart and boundary up. So you're learning how to put a boundary around this person. Seven of Swords, I did talk about this card. Seven of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. You see, one thing about this person is, if you thought that, they will never change, I am gonna affirm that this person, even when they do come back, Five of Pentacles, bottom of the deck energy, what's the subconscious belief? We have the Knight of Swords. Oh, this person's flight or fight mode has not gone away because they haven't done the healing work at the core of it. So if this resonates with you so far, I think one thing and the only thing that is important for you to know is that this person is not changed much. The deeper your connection, even if you get back with this person, and I'm not saying that you're considering that, and if you are, this would be a good insight. Either ways, it is a good insight to know what precautionary methods we can take. It's almost in this sense where I would say that, this is someone who, yes, they will come back, right? They will come back, and it's not that I'm saying that they don't want to act right. Seven of Swords in the reverse with Ace of Swords and Four of Wands, Chariot in reverse. They've realized and they feel the longing for you. They realize that their affection and their emotions towards you are very strong and pure nevertheless. And I think that if we sit and just try to intellectualize everything that comes from the inner child, we will completely invalidate the emotion of love. I don't know who needs to hear that, but don't intellectualize everything so much in life, okay? There's a reason why romantic relationships, or I would say spiritual connections, have the denominator of romanticism and love, because if we didn't have that, we would never really ascend. Okay, so don't read too much into things. You will ruin the basic essence of love or romance, the essence of kind of like Romeo and Juliet, right? So apart from the fantasy, I really hear that, yes, this person would come back, they would want to act right, and they do have that in their mind. They do want to change, don't get me wrong. But the deeper your connection will start getting again, the closer you guys will get again, this person will again become, like flighty, because it requires deep inner work, the work that it takes years for a person to really introspect and look at the core beliefs. Because at the end of the day, if you're someone who is also healing, you're realizing that the problem wasn't all along in the kind of people that you were choosing. Yes, you can sit and blame n number of your exes and partners that you've had, but at the end of the day, someday you will realize, or you'll have this epiphany that I was already hurt before I met these people. That's why I was choosing them. Something like that. Okay. So I think that was majorly for pile number one. This was an amazing reading. Very, very, very insightful. I am going to conclude this reading with a few channel messages. Let's do that, considering I know who this person is. I want to marry you one day. I don't want to hide this love. You inspire me. I feel a strong emphasis on you inspire me and you're perfect for me. A little bit of idealization over here. I need more time. And I was thinking of you last night. Definitely, I told you this really confirms the energy that I've been feeling about this person. I do have one more reshuffle. This literally confirms our whole reading. We have child wounded. They're focusing on both attributes. So the light attribute says awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. I feel like this is for you. Even if you've moved on from this connection, I'm hearing the word symmetry. There's something that this person still reflects back in you, and that is for you to understand. I'm hearing from spirit that this is not something that I can just openly discuss and um, label it as in a general reading, because this is like, it's like a collective reading. So it would more or less resonate with you, but what this person is in reality reflecting back to you is completely based off how well do you want to introspect on that and why you're still connected with them. And we have blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resist moving on through forgiveness. This is what I said. um that's why I said this thing in the middle of the reading, that there will be a point where you will come in your life and you realize that the hurt you received simultaneously from picking wrong partners or um, more dysfunctional relationships is not because your romantic partners had hurt you so much. It's because you were already hurt before you stepped into the dating phase of your life or the dating, age or whatever it is, right? It's almost like you will realize that this wound was already within you, whether it was passed on by. And again, I feel like there will be a point, or you've already reached that point, where you've stopped blaming everybody, XYZ, family dynamics, parents. You'll reach a point where you'll realize, okay, now this mess has been made, and now it's for me to clear up if I want to live a better life. That's it. That's it. We don't read too much into it. That's literally what it is. Okay. So pile number one, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the gorgeous Fluorite, this is going to be your reading. So the first card that we have for you is Queen of the Nagnas. This is number 5. This stands for immense amount of change. Number 5, with also the image depiction. This is kind of like the opening of a yoni, but I also see the heart chakra. I would guess that this is a very strong feminine energy. This is a very strong dark feminine energy, light feminine. This is kind of like a yin and yang energy. This is someone that's quite spiritual, that is manifesting you. This is someone that um I'm hearing this is someone that doesn't want to but is thinking of you so much. This is someone that is kind of like finding themselves chasing the validation of you. I think that this is someone who is in this phase of life where they're learning how to not use their sexual appeal, because they have a very strong potent sexual energy. I understand that with this healing potency that's within them, because the Queen of Nagna's card stands for spiritual protection. This card comes when you're kind of like looking for protection from negative forces, or someone that is very divinely protected. So this is someone that you would know as a very spiritual person. You may perceive them to be a witch, a warlock, whatever you'd like to call them, or just a shaman, light worker, a number of labels. But I feel like this is a very spiritual person, and they believe, that's what I'm hearing, that this connection is not happening by mistake, or it's almost like I'm getting the word interlinked, like that's what I'm seeing, like an infinity sign or something, like two, what do you call those, clipboards or clip pins, like something that keeps paper together. I forgot the name. Two clips that are entangled together, paper clips. Yes, paper clips. So I'm seeing, like, it's almost like this person feels really connected with you. It's like I'm not getting two peas in a pod. They feel entangled. They don't want to. They don't quite understand either why they're so drawn to you. But this person, I would say that they bring a lot of energy. You're making this person introspect and think about a mother wound, especially something about their own independence, self-sufficiency. I'm hearing the queen herd. What does that mean? It's like I'm hearing that this person is advancing because of their connection with you, and I don't think that this person is actively manifesting, but their intentions are so strong. They're almost coming from their heart chakra. So even if this person, you feel very sexually drawn to them, they're not trying to do that. It's just their energy. They feel very drawn to you, they feel very attracted to you, they're craving you in almost an animalistic primal sense. And I feel like this person is healing a mother wound where maybe it goes back to the old ages, stone age, excuse me, where it's almost like women looking for the most alpha man. Now this reading is gender non-specific. If you're watching this for a man, it just means that they're operating from their feminine energy right now. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means that they're quite connected with their intuition, they're connected with their yin, and they've been doing a lot of shadow work. That's why they're more in their feminine energy right now. So I feel like this person is going through an acceleration process. Nevertheless, you are someone that has caught their eye. Now, this could have started off with a lot of sexual attraction, but this person is learning how to put their sexual needs. It's almost like someone who is learning how to open up their heart, imitate that vibration, and call in people that want to get to know them or love them for who they are rather than seeing what they have. So, almost like maybe this is a very good looking person, and it's almost like this person is realizing this or finding themselves in a hard and rock situation where they can either use their sexual appeal to keep people around, or they can actually deal with their wounds or the specific mother wound and call in people that genuinely want them for who they are. So almost like soul analysis is what I'm hearing. Soul tribe, calling in people that really, really resonate with you. And for this, you have to really go through layers of conditioning. You have to really clear out the clutter, and you have to become who you really are, right? So this person is going through a very deep process of inner journey and ascension. That's what I'm really picking up over here. And it really makes me think that it's quite painful. But one thing that they can't let go of, I would really say, is the fact that they can't stop thinking about you. And that's why I say that they're unconsciously doing this. They don't want to call you in, but you are someone that they feel very spiritually drawn to. And yeah, they just they can't stop thinking about you. That's what I'm really hearing. So who is this person and how are you related to them is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that this is someone that you knew when you were 16 or 15. That's one thing that I'm hearing. This could be a Scorpio, this could be a Pisces, this could be a Taurus. Very strong Pisces, so 12th house. This is all about subconscious patterns. So you guys have a very strong intellectual what's the word? You have strong intellectual compatibility with this person. We have the Queen of Wands, upright reverse spirit, upright. So I told you this is a good looking person. This is someone that I wouldn't say they like to have many options, but yes, they do have people that want to be with them. And that's why they're kind of shocked as to why somebody that is not available for them uh why are they desiring you. And you're kind of making this person's sacral chakra really pulsate right now. It's almost like you're making this person want to have you romantically more than in a sexually active manner. That's what I'm really picking up over here. I'm hearing it baffles me that I want somebody genuinely for myself and I want to be loved. It's almost like they've reached this maturity level. Tower, I told you this has taken them aback. I picked up on Scorpio energy. Two of Pentacles, they don't know what to make of it, is also what I'm really hearing over here. The Lovers, because they feel a connection. I keep hearing the words, this cannot be by mistake. The Eight of Pentacles, what's the subconscious belief? The world. Uh, it's almost like they feel like this is something new. This could be an opportunity to make something out of nothing. I also feel like, yeah, again, there's, these naked bodies, again, really symbolizing someone who is really trying to hold back their primal instinct. And I would say that there is a good amount of shadow attribute, and there's nothing wrong with that, because none of us are perfect, and we're all on this journey where we're trying to be our better selves. And it's almost like this person, I would feel like, is practicing more compassion and understanding that there's nothing wrong with wanting you physically, or I almost hear like being obsessed with you. So they have really, really obsessive, and I'm hearing intrusive thoughts as well. So it's almost like this person really wants to act on it, but they're holding themselves back because there's a part of them which is evaluating, reevaluating their worth. They're kind of like, okay, you know what, with the Two of Pentacles is the second house energy, almost similar to that. They're like, do I want someone who just likes me for how I look, or do I want someone that actually cherishes me? And this is a, I'm hearing this is a huge milestone for your person, because your person has been prone to receiving breadcrumbs, receiving um honestly not even the bare minimum. And this person is really trying to, it's almost like it's a challenging moment for them. They're really like, okay, you know what, I really want to do better for myself, and even though I'm really attracted to this, again, that's why I feel that, you know, they don't want to manifest you, but they're still doing that unconsciously. They can't hold themselves back. They're probably holding themselves back in the 3D, but it's possible they've shown up in your dreams, or you feel the energy of this person around you because they're thinking of you obsessively. I feel like with the flower that she's holding, it's you know, do you see like she's holding a wand and then she's holding a flower? Wands usually stand for, you know, the dirty deed or something like that with the wand energy. But with this flower, I see like a peace offering, like something where this person wants to make you happy as well. They don't want to really act on this insane amount of seduction that they're feeling towards you. You may have not even done anything, but this is something that I'm hearing, like, you know, a switch went off. Like you guys had some eye contact, you had some conversation, you guys had something, some sort of inter exchange of energy, or it was online, it could have been online. It's something that could be quite minute, or it's something that could be pretty big in terms of interaction, I'm saying. It could be quite widespread, where you guys had a hookup, or you had some sexual interaction, or there was something that started off with a lot of attraction. And I say that is attraction is a very primal instinct, because there's something that needs to be there as a token of exchange for two people to get involved, right? So attraction is mainly that first step that gets two people intrigued towards each other, right? um because people don't usually jump into relationships like, oh my god, I feel love for you, and there's a big declaration of love. No, right? It's always the first instinct of a human is to be appealed through the eyes. People drink another person through their eyes. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like over here there was a good amount of attraction, but there's this level of maturity or just precaution. I would say that pile number two, this is not based of what is good for you. I'm going to be very honest. This is something that this person wants to include integrity within their day to day. And that's where this self worth kind of thing comes up, because this person wants to do better for themselves. I would really say that. Okay. I have two pre shuffle cards, reincarnation. Something about this reading, I'm going to tell you something about this reading, because this person is probably such a healer or spiritualist. They have this very strong belief that their interaction with you is not happening by mistake. It could have happened with any other person, but they're a strong believer of the fact that there's something that the both of you have, because of why you're so attracted to them, or they're attracted to you. So maybe this person knows that you're also attracted to them. I'm not very sure about that, but yeah, I am feeling this energy that, you know, they're kind of feeling like this has got to be mutual. I feel like maybe this person has had spiritual connections before, and they're realizing that these things are almost 100% mutual. So we have the King of Cups. I'm hearing how do they perceive you, so let's find out how do they perceive you. You know, there's different follow-ups for every reading, every pile after who is manifesting you, when we figure that out. And subheadings, or you know, like follow-up questions are very different in every other pile. It depends upon what context I'm being given by spirit. Okay, for you it is about how do they view you. So we have the Five of Swords, the Hierophant in reverse. Ooh. So, well, you know, as much as this person is holding themselves back, they do have some Now, this may be true or this may not be true, but this person can read you, okay? So we have the Knight of Cups. I don't know. I know I was getting this energy. Maybe this person reads tarot or watches tarot and they feel like you do want commitment, but you are commitment phobic. That's just their assumption. That may or may not be true. You would know that. But this person feels like you would not maintain that relationship with them if they took that plunge. The Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the High Priestess, and then we have the Knight of Cups again. This person with the Six of Cups feels a soulmate connection with you. They want this commitment for themselves. They want something that's emotionally fulfilling. At the very least, this person wants to take this leap of faith with you only if you want to pursue this connection in a romantic sense, not sexually. That's what I am picking up over here. So, this person with the High Priestess again, strong Piscean energy. We have Taurus with the Hierophant over here. It's almost giving like someone who fears or doesn't want to come forward. They're calling in you through their I'm hearing sex appeal. Now they are operating a little bit out of their shadow attribute. They want you to come to them. They're calling you in through their feminine energy. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to call you in because they're not sure of what you want. And it's almost like in this sense that this person is like, I'm hearing somebody chanting, what's meant for me comes for me, what is not for me goes away. And this person is almost like trying to give out this message that if you are for them and you will fulfill them in that manner, they want the both of you to come closer. Now, I'm paraphrasing. It doesn't have to be that this person is actually sitting and chanting, okay? Thousands of people watch these readings, but it's in this sense where I would say that there's just this concept or their belief in their head where they're wanting to call in somebody that's meant for them. And in the most trickiest and, my dreamer like energy, I would say that, what if you're being manifested because there's something between the both of you that you're meant to experience with each other. It's almost like I was really thinking if I really want to put that out there because there's something very dreamy about your reading. However, I would say that, there's something that the both of you are meant to do together, whether it's just if I'm being very honest and kind of a bore, it's probably just healing a couple of wounds together, triggering each other. I don't know, okay, I'm just being honest. But I think that, the way that they perceive you is someone that's a lover at heart, very old school. I'm definitely going to say that. And someone that's a very, very, very deep thinker. They see you as someone that lives with the melancholy of life. Like you have a backpack of stories that where people have backstabbed you, and it's almost like with the Five of Swords. With this image, it's someone who has stories to tell. It's someone who has a lot of things to tell, and somewhere I don't know if this person thinks that you remain stuck on your past lovers. It's almost like this person again. I feel this energy of Romeo and Juliet. There's something that they see that's very dreamlike about you. You kind of give this broke artist vibe. That doesn't have to be true because I don't think that this person thinks that you are broke, but you give this dreamlike energy. There's something about you that is very, very dreamy to them. You kind of fulfill this fantasy of people, how they are in movies. So, where I'm seeing this person being quite spiritual, I think you reflect that energy back of probably being an artist or somebody of that sort. That's what I'm really going to say, okay? So that's the kind of opinion that they hold about you. I do feel that with Hierophant reverse, this person is not 100% sure if you're the right person to proceed because this person doesn't want to make an approach where there's wine dine 69. I think this person is the one who wants to find somewhere. They're becoming a little bit they're phasing out of this sexual nature or just wanting to have fun. This person is someone that is kind of looking for a stable relationship in their life, and I feel that very strongly in my heart that this person is tired of being left out in the cold because they have approached or they have only offered their body to other people. So they're kind of being very, very cautious about who they offer their heart to. Okay. So I feel guided to pull out another oracle card about what I'm hearing. What do they find attractive about you? That's the weirdest thing. I mean, I just mean that in the sense that why would that come up now? But abundance in time. So, uh, strength, spirit, what does time hold over here? Okay, I have last pre-shuffle card, visionary. I told you there's this very artistic vibe to you. I'm hearing the word shaman, the capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain, excuse me, and selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. They see you as like the most attractive thing about you. I would say that is that you stand out in plain and simple words, and this person doesn't get to see you that often. With time, I would say that it's fleeting time. Like, time with you is very less no matter what, or it was pretty short lived with what happened. And I'm hearing the word forgiveness. It's almost like, whoever this person is, they kind of realized that they wanted to make more of what was happening when it was happening. With time, it's like fleeting moments, and abundance, like wanting more of what has happened. I'm hearing if I could go back in time, if I could go back in time, something like that. But this person with visionary, again, I would say that they're manifesting you. Okay, so pile number 2, this was your reading. I am going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Labradorite, this is going to be your reading. So I'm hearing something about definition of the process. I'm seeing 333. I'm seeing somebody writing in calligraphy. I'm seeing solar plexus and very kind of like I'm getting the image of two hearts that are like two pieces of hearts coming together. Have you seen that emoji that's like a broken heart? It's not like broken hearts, but it's almost like two pieces of that coming together. That's what I'm seeing over here. I do have pre-shuffled cards. I'm gonna flip one of those, and we have path. This is someone that feels like they have stumbled on you or something like that. I'm hearing. Who is this person? Someone that you have recently met. I think this is a newer connection. This is not someone that knows you, or it could be that either sort of like, okay, let me collect my thoughts. Like, I know what I'm doing over here. It's giving like a reunion vibes, whether it's a past life soulmate. It's an old connection, that's what I'm hearing, but it's a new connection in this lifetime. So it's a past life connection that is coming around for some very strong. It's got a very strong soulmate contract. It could also be karmic in undertone or nature, I would rather say, but I want you to not fear that, because I feel like whoever this person is igniting or is ignited by you. These feelings could be very, very mutual, but I think the crux of it is that you both don't believe that you can have feelings. Like, both of you on your own ends kind of feel like, okay, this person would not be interested in me. I also see that this person may or may not be talking. I feel like this person may be talking to one of their friends or confidant or just to themselves, but I get a strong energy. They talk to their friends and they're kind of like, I like this person, they're quite well known, or it's almost like I wouldn't just say that they've put you on a pedestal, but it's kind of like I get the energy that they think this is quite far-fetched for them to think that you'd be interested in pursuing something with them. I feel like this person fantasizes a lot about what could be and how you guys could be. That's what I'm really hearing over here. I'm gonna flip this card now. We have the 528 Hertz Mandala of the Heart Awakening. And number 17, this is 8. So that's why it's like it's got a karmic undertone over here, because the both of you are playing a very important role in healing each other's hearts. So it could be that both of you reflect this wound of fearing commitment, fearing intimacy. It's almost like I'm hearing intimacy is not a sexual encounter. Intimacy is surrendering to love, surrendering to opening your hearts to another person. It's kind of like intimacy is trust, trusting in love. So I feel like where this was probably lost between the both of you, this is what I am picking up, okay? Now that was quite insightful. Coming back to who this person might be, definitely a secret admirer. So far, I don't think that they have completely come forward. I feel like this person is geographically quite close to you right now. That's what I am picking up. It's almost like, I saw this reel the other day that says that when you disconnect with someone, when their work is done in your life, so to speak, spiritually, you don't really see them anymore. Even if they live in your neighborhood, you don't really bump into them. That's because you're not in alignment with them anymore. So this person could have been close by, this person could have been, nearby, and it's like you never really saw them around, or you never really aligned with them. And that's how I feel like this is so divinely guided, your interaction. And even if it was that you haven't spoken, but I do feel that you guys have had some sort of interaction, or some sort of, even if it's on a spiritual level or a 5D level. Now that again, I feel like you may think that it's quite far-fetched, but this is someone that you were either manifesting, because you were manifesting love, and love is manifested also from the bounds of our heart, where we feel deserving of love, but also from the core of our wounds. So this person reflects the yin and yang within you. They reflect the light and dark within you. Now, mandala of the heart is a very divine feminine energy, which really talks about the yin energy. So that's why I feel like you shouldn't be scared to acknowledge that this person is definitely helping you heal something, and that's why there could be this strong attachment or yearning that they are also feeling for you. Now with also, I feel like you kind of understand who this is. You may be happy to hear that this is the person who's thinking of you, because you've been feeling the same. Or if you have not encountered this is something that you are calling it because they are calling it. So this is almost like what you're seeking is seeking you. So if you have not met this person in the physical reality, it's almost like because you're aligning with it in some shape or form, this person is coming closely in your geographical presence. So that's where you're going to bump into them, wink wink, you're going to bump into them, you're going to find them. So I feel like this is going to start showing up in your reality. If this is something that you've not experienced, it gives me like a very mutual energy. Whatever you've been manifesting in terms of a romance is something that I'm strongly picking up over here, that is coming for you. Now the catch over here is that it comes from both your yin and yang energies. It comes from your light and dark. So this person does reflect your kind of like your core values of wanting a relationship. I'm hearing not wanting a situationship, not wanting something that is casual, understanding. And this person and you align on some plane level, where it's like your core values do meet, but there's also this fear of commitment perhaps, or because of past betrayals, not being able to trust each other, or basically partners or suitors. So there's something about here, this person or this connection, that is igniting um this momentum or this draw towards each other, wanting to be together, wanting to feel each other. There's a lot of magnetic attraction that I see with the bare naked body over here. I was just shuffling this deck and I see perception. With this person is going to help you letting go. This person is going to help you. Of course, this is very clean and clear over here. This is very precise, that this person is helping you let go of a perception that you have towards love and the bounds of it. That's the word I keep getting, like the depths of it. It's almost like maybe you've just experienced love with a lot of pain, and there's something about you that is also going to aid or help this person in understanding it. So I don't feel like I'm relatively getting a lot about who this is, because it feels like it's kind of up in the air. If you do tend to map it out, then it's very well and fine. Otherwise, I think that this is something that is going to come in. Okay, I'm hearing not for the faint of heart, not for the faint of heart path. But I would say that this is someone who definitely mirrors back the same kind of thinking and, like-mindedness, or something about it is almost like the kind of thoughts that you're having right now. Especially one of the biggest ones is that I'm getting, it feels like unrequited love. It feels like, no, they wouldn't probably want me, like they wouldn't want me as a person, because this person is reflecting back your wound of unworthiness. I kind of get this feeling, pile number three, that see, we have soul. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling, and we have sensuality that really, you know, 37 and 36. This really gives me like a pause energy. This confirms sensuality, the attraction and tenderness, because this love is something where you kind of meet your match in a sense. Now, I'm not saying, and I am not at all, um I'm not even authorized to say that you'll end up with this person. Like, cards can't really predict that, right? It's all about destiny, fate, and also our choices to a minimal extent, not majority of it. But I think that over here, this person and you feel like a match because you would be really attracted to each other. It's kind of like a social status also prevalent over here. There's kind of like the looks arena as well. There's kind of like the personality, the suave. There's something about you both having a really grounded energy. The both of you, you're kind of gonna meet this person and feel a little bit proud about having them around. That's one thing that I am picking up. And physical strength is something also that I am picking up over here. Okay, so I'm gonna start flipping out cards now to see who is this person. Why are they manifesting you? Okay, spirit is redirecting me. You see, for all piles there are different follow-up questions that come up, right? Because every pile is different. So for this pile, I feel guided to ask, why are they manifesting you? We have the Five of Wands. This person, um they have had to compete for love, affection, and they surely don't want to do that now. The Six of Pentacles, I'm telling you, because they haven't been given that reciprocity. um Four of Cups, again feeling like, oh, they're not gonna choose me. The Six of Cups, they're manifesting somebody that I'm hearing would be theirs. They're manifesting somebody that would be theirs, is what I'm hearing. So that's why there's this really strong soulmate energy. I'm seeing triple six over here. I'm seeing 5 and 4, and then we also had progressional numbers of 36 and 37, right? 37 is a completion number. So this person would be completing his cycle. I feel like relatively it would be a lot about ending, and I feel like this person is manifesting a new person because they're so done and dusted with the previous relationships, or lingering on um karmic or soulmate connections. It's almost like they've felt this before, sort of something like that. And I'm hearing that they're done with it. They don't want to go back to the same poison, is what I'm hearing. They wanted to manifest somebody new, and I'm hearing that then they stumble upon you. Oh, that rhymed. So it's almost like, this person, you would reflect back this romanticism in them that they have not really found in a lot of people. I'm hearing that, they've seen a lot of faces, and it's almost like there's so many faces, but in a room full of people, I would choose you kind of a vibe. Like, they wanted to connect with someone truly deeply. I'm hearing the song Truly Deeply Madly by Savage Garden. Uh that's the artist name, right? It's almost like, this person really wants to find somebody that's of their own, because they've been feeling quite unwanted by a lot of people. And I feel like a good part of them is kind of really recognizing where they have lacked and where they have not given other people um, a reason to trust them, a reason. for them to take a leap of faith. It's almost like this intimacy that they're wanting is, it requires taking a plunge, it requires jumping in it. So it's almost like this person, I think that before, they were not capable of recognizing it. It's like you can't blame a person who doesn't know any better. That's what I'm picking up. So at this point, when they're meeting you, they have some sort of understanding about what is happening and what do they really need to do about this. I also feel like this person has been someone that has had those kind of opportunities, romantic opportunities brought to them by the universe, but they've never really looked at them. They haven't been really awake as to what I'm getting, um, to see that this is a romantic opportunity that I can partake in. And with the Five of Wands, I feel like this person is quite desirable, and this is something that you're also imitating, that energy that you have a lot of suitors, but it's almost like you're looking at the one that would match up to the level of giver. That's what I'm hearing that you would be. That's what I'm really picking up with the path as well. There's almost this very uncanny energy that I was looking for it and then I stumbled on it. I feel like this is majority of it would be like your energy. There's something very, very shared between the both of you wanting this. That's why I feel like it's very, very, very like what you are seeking is seeking you kind of a vibe. So this is the kind of person that is coming in your life, is something that you have been wanting and they have been wanting as well. That's what I'm picking up over here. So let me see if this is someone that you know, or you will get to know them, and how would they feel about you. First impressions, initial interactions, or just the basic stuff. Just the initial interactions or feelings. That's what I'm gonna figure out. Okay, so we have the Lovers in reverse, Gemini, the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, Mercury, the Four of Wands in reverse. Do you see how much yellow we have? This is all the solar plexus energy that I was picking up. Page of Swords in reverse. And the Sun. Just look at the amount of yellows we have. So again, another yellow with the Ace of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So we have Taurus as well, and we have Leo then as well, right? So this kind of gives me the energy of someone. Okay, let's break it down. Especially with the Page of Swords and the Magician, Spirit is telling me that this person would be caught by surprise with their feelings for you. This person would kind of be a little bit, I'm getting the word flabbergasted. It's almost like this person would have been like, oh, I'm not ready, but and it's like because of the intensity of it, I'm hearing deeper the love, deeper the fears that it brings out. So it's almost like this person is going to be very uncomfortable with the amount of attraction and love that they're going to feel for you. I feel like this could be immediate response of developing of feelings. They would be pretty uncomfortable with it, and the Five of Wands can talk about the fact that next to Six of Pentacles, that they would want to give to you, but they would be clearing out some baggage from the past. So that could also be that you're doing the same thing. There's a very strong amount of mirroring going on over here. I think that you both still, the common denominator over here, the variable, is something that I feel like it's almost like you just can't shake this feeling of like, really, they like me? Like, I feel this soul connection, but is it real? So it's almost like bringing out this obsessive tendency within the both of you to ruminate, think about it. I feel like it's a mix of romantic obsession, and it's also a mix of fantasy land, like thinking about wishful thinking, almost like hoping that it comes true, but it feels safer to be in our own bubble than to kind of confess it out or reach out to each other. So I don't think that there would be a lot of communication. That would vary on your personal situations. I wouldn't vouch for it. But I feel like this person would want something like, they would immediately see something that's very stable. The Hierophant does stand for a marriage kind of a card. I'm not picking up on even a stable relationship, because it's accompanied by the Ace of Pentacles. This really gives me like, I really want to partner up with you. I'm hearing hook or crook. It's almost like this person would see the strong potential of this being something, especially because of the Magician. They would see you as someone that has created a lot for themselves, and they would see as someone that dresses really well. Like you're kind of like, I'm getting like you're my type, but you're not exactly my type. So I feel like maybe physically you really lure them in and vice versa. But then again, you're kind of like questioning, are they really the one that matches my level of thinking? Something like that. That's also what I'm picking up on your end. And this could also be mirrored back by them. So there's a lot of question and answers with yourself, like you're just having a huge ass, questionnaire with yourself, like what would be, and it's almost like this, why would you guys be doing so much of rumination, overthinking? It's because this is also going to teach you how to lose control. So now where this person would have probably been scared to take the plunge in love is something where you would also be shown that, and you wouldn't be oblivious to it, is also what I'm hearing. I feel like at the beginning of it there might be, because of this unworthiness wound, denial of feelings on both ends. I hear that you would struggle with it as well, and it would be a little bit odd pairing or odd coupling. You might think that why would the universe think that the both of us could be together, or we could try to make this our end game. There's something like that, like a lot of kind of like, maybe you both are that kind which thinks that I'm not going to take the risk unless and until I have a guarantee that it will work out. So this is something that is coming back, as what I'm hearing. Maybe you've experienced this before as well. It's almost like you just don't want to bear another heartbreak, which is understandable. Heartbreaks are painful, but then again, the other side of it is that either you take the plunge and you make a beautiful relation out of it, which I am not again discounting the ebb and flow, the ups and downs of a relationship, but I am talking about having a beautiful companionship that is built. But I also feel like on the other end of it is that you may or may not get hurt if it doesn't work out, or what happens, right? So there's always this gamble in relationships and marriage as well. So I see here that being more strong about it, that's what I'm seeing that really comes in play with your connection with this person who is manifesting you, and vice versa. That's what I'm feeling over here. All right, so I feel guided to pull out one more card before we conclude your reading, pile number 3, about who is manifesting you. This is definitely someone that is pretty good looking. That's one thing I'll tell you. And there's this very strong grounded energy. That's also what I pick up over here. Awareness. I'm telling you this, it's not that you won't be aware when you meet this person or they won't be, but there's this energy like, yeah, this is bringing more awareness to the both of us. All right, so pile number 3, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the green Aventurine, this is going to be your reading. So your first card is of Lasya of Parvati. 32 reduces to 5. Parvati is a Hindu goddess. She comes as a Devi, which means 3 goddesses. She embodies 3 goddesses in herself. Goddess Parvati is all about success. With her, she embodies Goddess Lakshmi, which is for wealth and prosperity. And the third goddess that she embodies is Goddess Saraswati, which is for music and creativity. So over here, this is kind of multidimensional. Something about who is manifesting you is some sort of divine occurrence, and the first word that I heard is a divine lesson. There's no need to get scared about it. Okay, it's almost like this card really comes in to tell us that allow things to be easier. because you are someone that is aware, and I'm hearing that the other person as well is aware of the fact that there are deeper wounds that are very painful inside the both of us, is what I'm hearing. It doesn't have to be so difficult to we that we have to learn how to heal ourselves taking a difficult path. So this card really comes in to tell you that whoever this person could be a friend, family member, lover, whoever this is someone that is coming as your spiritual well-wisher. Their higher self is coming in as a spiritual well-wisher, wanting to come in and help you heal this with ease, not with pain. Not that you need to get hurt and betrayed in order to understand how to put boundaries. Or mainly, I feel like this is the now that was a very random example that I gave, could match up for someone, but I feel like mainly this card really talks about the fact that we don't have to abandon ourselves in order to be accepted and loved by other people. So someone who is coming in is teaching you the strength in authenticity, the strength in being who you are, being true to who you are, and standing your ground in terms of maybe if you are a woman. And this is a very conventional take on it. If you don't believe in that, that's completely okay. But I'm giving an example. If you are a woman who finds yourself to be a lot in their masculine energy, chasing after men, kind of looking for validation to know that you're worthy of love, it's almost like this person is coming in with the seventh chakra, trying to teach you where your true power lies in. So, as a woman, it would be that you lie in your feminine energy, you allow a man to pursue you, give you the things that you want and you've always desired to receive, in a masculine and a feminine energy kind of a dynamic over here, right? So, and it could go opposite for the other gender as well, right? For the man to to embody this energy, that you feel confident enough in pursuing a woman and not being scared that she's going to reject you or manipulate you. That's another very strong word that I heard, manipulation. So this is almost giving this sense where you feel connected to a higher power, your higher self is really connecting with you, and has I'm hearing like this person has been brought in by your higher self because of something that you asked for. Now, this is also something that this person has asked for. This person asked for healing, purity. This person asked for well being. This person asked for good people, genuine connections. So, this is this person that manifested you, that I'm hearing. They have manifested you, is what I'm hearing, simply because of the fact that they don't want to be alone. See, now there's two sides to being alone. It's almost like a sense of having people around and still feeling lonely, but alone is like physically being alone, right? So, something about it is almost like I feel like this person has felt lonely in the company of wrong people. Maybe, their friends, or that's why I feel like this could be platonic and romantic as well. But I'm gonna go with the example of romantic to make this a little bit easier. And I'm hearing within five days. For somebody, whenever you watch this reading, within 5 days, you'll figure something out about where this reading really fits with you in your life. And I'm picking up on November being very strong. So that's almost like nearly to Scorpio to Capricorn season. Something about that could have initiated, or it would result in that time. So it doesn't have to be very concretely that span of time. Okay. But I just feel like it's an extra confirmation. Anyway, there's such strong, channeling that's coming in, of course, with the seventh chakra, the green Aventurine. There's like a heck of irony over here with the goddess Parvati card as well. So this is almost giving the sense where you have been working in purifying yourself. Now, goddess Parvati, she is also the embodiment of Shiv Shakti, where she is a divine counterpart, or what we call as twin flames to Mahadev or Shivji, and she incarnated as goddess Saraswati first, and then she had to reincarnate as goddess Parvati, and she had to go through a phase of isolation, loneliness in order to find her authentic self, so she could match up with her divine masculine. So this is almost the energy where I feel like we all, have a layer of ego. Let's just say we have to go through this process of ego sublimation, where maybe it could be that the person that is manifesting you is someone that is coming after a long period of isolation in their life, and it could pertain to you as well. It could match up with you as well. That's one thing that I am picking up over here, right? So we have the card of honesty. This is 23. This you see the mirroring numbers. That's why I feel like there's a very strong divine counterpart energy. I am not saying or claiming that this is your twin flame. It could be the same energy of just mirroring. These are all just labels that signify a strong soulmate or divine connection that is coming in. However, I feel like this person is someone that has manifested you, that wants to be with you in the physical realm. And I also hear that this person wants to date you, be in a relationship with you if this is romantic. And platonic, it just means that they want to be in union with you. Union kind of sounds like a little lame for a platonic relationship. It just means that they want to have you around physically. They have been connecting with you on the astral realm, or it's almost like there has been a preparation time that has been going on for the both of you to embody or reach a certain level so that you can encounter each other. So it's almost like giving a little bit of, this is something that was a little bit common in pile number 3. I wouldn't say that pile number 3 is for you unless you felt guided to that. But I'm just picking up a little bit of similarity where this person is coming in your geographical sphere. It's almost like in your radius, if you will, lack for a better word. It's almost like this reel that I saw that said that once you disconnect with someone or their purpose is complete, you don't really bump into them. You don't really see them around anymore. Like even if they're in your neighborhood or something like that. It's like the universe is so precise. And now because this person is not in a, like if there's a person that you disconnected with that lived nearby, you used to bump into them pretty often, and now you don't see them, it's because they're not in alignment with you anymore. So you're not going to see them. But now considering that you're coming in alignment with this specific person, you both have been through a lot of changes, and whoever this person is someone that has been through a lot of changes. It's almost like, they're coming out of their own isolation phase. They have been through their own dark night of the soul or their spiritual awakening, whatever they relate with it as. I'm picking up on a lot of dark night of the soul, like they were quite in hibernation. They had to go through their own process, and this person doesn't look, I'm hearing the word mediocre. It's like they don't look like they're very spiritual. They don't really carry it. It's almost like they're a shapeshifter. I'm picking up on a very strong masculine energy that we're picking up over here. So this could be gender specific. This could be about a man that I am picking up over here that doesn't really embody that spiritual essence, because this person is kind of what ashamed of their spiritual demeanor. And I think that your reflection is going to teach this person that their embodiment of their spiritual authenticity is not wrong. So that's where it comes in, where you're kind of helping this person, or you will help this person embody their own authentic self in order to not feel that they need to change themselves to be accepted or loved or preferred by other people. It's almost like this person still suffers with a little bit of, kind of like feeling like I have to change myself. That's what I'm really hearing. I wouldn't go to the extremity of calling it an imposter syndrome, but if that helps, place things in perspective, I would use that word for you. So now we have the card of scribe. I'm picking up with the shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So I'm picking up that this is someone that has not been the most honest person in their past. Okay, this is someone that has hurt other people. This is someone that, like everybody else, including you and I, has a past. And I'm feeling like this person actually, with the scribe, the light attribute says preserving knowledge and information. I'm telling you, this person has a reserve of knowledge, a spiritual quotient is what I'm hearing, that they don't really put out there. And I think that whoever this person will be coming in your life, because the last two piles, 3 and 4, don't really have a definitive description of who is coming in, or familiarity. So these relatively do feel like newer people, or somebody that you've not really connected with on an intellectual or emotional, you haven't really had that intimacy or one-on-one with this specific person. So that's what I'm picking up. This could be a newer person, or someone that you've heard of, you've known of, but you've never really got to connect with them because the universe is so precise. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm hearing the words, how did they manifest you? Now, this is something that I have put out there in all readings, because all readings, all piles are very different, right? And they require a different follow-up with whatever spirit gives me. So I am picking up on how are they manifesting you and how do they feel about you. So let's see. I'm going to shuffle a few cards to see what comes up for that. The Ten of Swords, the Six of Wands, You see, this person is ending a cycle with the Ten of Swords, Six of Wands reverse, and the Two of Swords. This is someone who still feels a little bit dicey about, when they're going to interact with you, when they're going to meet you, when they're going to get to know of you, or when they're going to get to know you. This is going to be still an energy of like, I just came out of hell. That's what I'm picking up. I just came out of hell. And I'm not sure if I am ready for this. That's the kind of energy that I am picking up. I don't know if I'm ready for another plunge. I don't know if I'm ready to take this leap of faith. I don't know, because this person's ego is going to be triggered by you. It's almost like you're going to look like like a hefty amount of work. That's what I'm picking up. You will look like they have to really, really do the work to have you around. That's what I'm picking up. And this person would feel quite intimidated by the fact that you are someone that they would naturally understand, because we're all energetic beings, and something inside them would tell them that this person is not the one who would get swayed away by their worldly attractions, almost like what they use to influence other people or lure them in a sense. Lure them in is kind of a poor choice of word, but like what attracts other people towards them. It could be social status, it could be their words, or they could be a charmer, something like that. But they kind of understand that this is not going to work. They need to work on their internals. This person probably is someone who hasn't really had to work so hard to attract other people or please them or impress them. um through their personalities, through their intrinsic values. It's almost like this sense where this person might take a while to kind of really make themselves known to you or present themselves bare naked. That's what I'm hearing. To be ready to be intimate with you in a sense where they would want to develop or talk to you even as friends, initiate this conversation or get on a deeper level with you, because they're scared of who they are inside. So there is a strong rejection wound that I am picking up over here that may or may not be mirrored back, but I feel like this would be something that you would be experiencing. For a few of you, I'm hearing that so far, if there's somebody that comes in your head, there's that acquaintance, there's that friend, there's somebody that you have an inkling about, the fact that they kind of like you, or you feel a bond with them, or you feel something like their energy is around you, like you feel like they're thinking of you a lot, it is probably them. Apart from that, if you find yourself being completely clueless, then this is what is coming for you. Okay. um yeah, I feel like, this person is going to feel a little bit intimidated, is going to feel like they got to protect themselves, they're going to feel like they're not good enough from inside, they're going to feel like an ugly person, is what I'm hearing, despite the fact that they're not. Okay, despite the fact that just because they've made mistakes in their past when they were immature, when they didn't know any better, or they made a couple of mistakes again and again, knowing, having the same outcome, that doesn't take away from the fact that they're also worthy of love. And this is something that this is their own self perception, I'm gonna say that. And I feel like this is really going to make them dive deep inside their own self perception, their own secret image. Like they've been through their, journey of split the deck, and I see connection over here. It's like this person would want you, and we have intimacy. That's what I've been talking about, revealing who they really are, being scared that if I show who I really am, it's almost like there's this layer of shame, right? And shame prevents self growth. So this is something that you would be teaching this person. We have the soul. This was in pile number 3 as well. So it's the 37. This reduces to 10. And we have authenticity. Thank you so much, Spirit. This really confirms what I've been talking about, right? Two 10 numbers over here. That's why I feel like this is quite in coordination with what we're having around over here, or alternative word synchronicities. We have transformation, which is 42. This reduces to 6. Which number did we have? 32, right? So close numbers. Okay, so I see that you may be someone that also feels like, should I change myself a little bit according to them, or should I cave to my standards, or should I reduce them so that I can let them in? There's something like where you will also feel a little bit like your people pleaser might come out. I'm not saying that to the extent that you would be ready to give up everything but I feel like there would be this temptation that, should I just cave into it, where maybe, for example, you're looking for a commitment and you feel like this person may or may not be good enough for you, or you might sense that they may not be on that level, and you're kind of thinking, oh, maybe I can just have fun with them because they kind of validate you in some sense. You would be kind of on that fence and be like, okay, I don't think majority of you would really act on it. I really don't think that, but it will bring out a part of you which, brings awareness that, okay, this is still in me, that I feel like I should change myself to be loved by others. So there will be a purge. I'm not gonna lie, okay? There will be a purge over here that provokes you to become your authentic self, become more grounded in who you are, so that you're stronger in what you want and you can actually have what you deserve, okay? You can actually attract that. And if, again, with the example that you want to be pursued, you want to be chosen, there's something that begins off by choosing ourselves, understanding and sitting pretty in your feminine energy, right? And if you're a man, it's almost like being very strong in who you are, being confident about the fact that this is who I want and I can give them what they also desire, and I can get that for myself as well, right? So that confidence in self is the common denominator, right? So we have romantic love in reverse. This could be a friendship as well. That's what I spoke of, right? Thank you, Spirit. And this card really talks about the fact that it says that our experience to know ourselves through the reflection of a conscious lover. So where you had probably not met your match or a conscious lover before, this is something that comes in trying to teach you where you may have been lacking. It's never easy, but it's always good for us to know that about ourselves, right? I had a pre-shuffle card, meander. This person, you could have known them, they could have been in your social circle, you could have always had this attraction to them but never really got to know them. I pick up on a newer person coming in over here. You could have always known them or known of them, they could have known of you, but it's almost like at last paths lead you together. Somewhere you both do bump into each other, and that's why I'm feeling like I really need to tell you that there's nothing that happens by mistake. The universe is far too greater than our intelligence and comprehension for something to just happen by coincidence or a mistake. So wherever this person comes in, and it is this specific person, it's because of a reason. It's this specific person because of a reason, okay? So let me see, how do they feel about you if they're already around, or how do they perceive you? That's one thing that I am picking up over here. We have the Magician, the Emperor, Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Ten of Wands, Five of Wands, Ten of Swords. They will see you as a big presence, that's for sure. These are like really big cards. And how do they feel about you? If I have to be very, very honest, they don't want to face you right now whenever you do find this reading. So initial interactions might be a little bit butting heads because you're triggering something at a very core level. So you have to have that compassion. You'll only understand this and not take it personally when you have that compassion for yourself. So even if I put it out there, I explain it, which happens with me as well. Like, intellectually the breakdown of the situation because you're that aware or emotionally blessed, emotional, intelligence wise, you're blessed. Or you just have an understanding, your intuition is telling you something, but if there's a wound inside, you won't really be able to accept that fact of life, right? So I feel like at the beginning you may also struggle, and this person will struggle in accepting this connection. I think that this person may try to convince themselves that they're better than this or they don't want this, because they're going to reflect back a grandiose kind of a complex, but it's actually going to be something that internally really reflects where they feel quite inferior considering or comparing themselves to you. I know this is not the greatest insight, but it's kind of like a part where people cope up with how they feel about themselves. So don't take this personally. Don't take this to your heart. This is probably not how they exactly would be feeling about you, but this is something like a projection. It's a very strong projection. And I think that this person would see you as someone that has been through a lot. I don't know how they would know that, but they would just pick up on that. With the Magician and the Emperor, they do see you as someone that would be, I'm seeing like closing doors and opening doors. It's almost like they see you as someone who would be very controlled about who they let in their life. So if this person already feels like you're, like they're not worth you, they're gonna try to tell themselves a story and narrative to soothe themselves that, I shouldn't probably go there because, like I'm better than this, or I can have, like, the grass is gonna be greener somewhere else, so that they can soothe this rejection wound. Like they self-reject, they reject themselves before they suspect, I repeat, they suspect that you can reject them, right? It's self-protective mechanism, right? So that's what I'm really picking up for you over here, pile number 4. I feel the need to pull out a few cards. Spirit is telling me 2 messages before we conclude this. Okay. Oh, even though we're not together, I just can't see myself letting you go, and I need security. This is talking about internal security, and you've made me feel things I've never felt before. So this is the pain and the pleasure is what I'm hearing. I know I'm the one to blame. Their guilt conscious will tell them. It's not, I don't know if this person will actively hurt you or project onto you or do something like that. Okay, I don't feel that at all. I just feel like there will be a lot of internal dialogues. Like on your separate ends, you will be cooking up some sort of, nonsense to just calm yourself down, because the inner child would be acting on this. Okay, so pile number 4, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye.